Grand Rising, everybody. Thank you for jumping on. This is the Blank Spot, and we are a sublimation t-shirt and transfer supplier uh, located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. And today I have invited you guys to come on and check us out for $1 Screen Print Thursday. So I'm going to talk to you about just how easy it is to build your t-shirt business with $1 screen print transfers. So you got to keep an open mind. If you've never done t-shirts before, I'm going to share with you just how easy it is. I am going to press a couple of screen print transfers because we are getting ready for an event this weekend. So I'm going to press a couple, but I'm going to show you just how easy it is to start your t-shirt business with single color screen print transfers. I'm going to talk about how durable they are and also how reliable they are. So if you're just tuning in, if it's your first time, do me a favor, drop your city and your state. Also, double tap the screen, whatever platform you're on. That means you're going to like the video. Also, share the video. If you're viewing us from our platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok, make sure you follow the cross platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channel because you'll be able to see this video again. It will be up. There are always going to be new people on our platforms. We attract a lot of people who are new. So if you're new to making t-shirts, if you're new to crafting, if you're new to creating and designing, if you're new to your t-shirt business, then you might want to hang around because we are suppliers. We're the ones that's going to get it to you for a low price. Now, screen print transfers, specifically single color screen print transfers, are not that expensive. As a matter of fact, you can get them for 15 cents a transfer. The question is, are you ready? Are you in the position to get those transfers at 100 of the same transfers? For example, I want a transfer, and for me to get it at that price, I got to buy a certain amount. Now, I'm only going to be able to get one transfer at that price for that amount. If I want to mix and match, I may not be ready to mix and match budget-wise. I may not be ready to mix and match business-wise. That's why we're here. So we offer you $1 screen print transfer Thursdays so you can mix and match. Here's how it works. You go to the website, and it's very simple. If you've never been to our website before, it is not hard to navigate. The website is theblankspot.com. That is THEBLANKSSPOT.com. It's very easy to navigate. You go to the website, you're going to scroll just midway, and you're going to see $1 screen print transfer Thursdays, okay? My wife put it on the front page so you guys wouldn't have to look for it. So once you're there, you're going to click on that, and it's going to give you a large selection of single color screen print transfers. Now, here's how you get them for $1 on Thursdays. You have to put 20. That's 20. You have to put 20 in your shopping cart. If you put 19 in there, it won't give you the discount. If you put 15 in there, it won't give you the discount. So you got to put at least 20 in there. So we're asking that you invest $20 in your business at least. 20 screen print transfers, single color, and you're gonna be able to get them for $1. Now, if by any chance today's not a great day for you to shop, if by any chance your budget's not together, your money's funny, your change is strange, our screen print transfers, our single color screen print transfers are only $1.75 every day. So you're going to get 25% off every day. Just on Thursdays, you're going to get a whole 75% off. So if that's you and you want to learn how to build your t-shirt business using single color screen print transfers, then hang on in there, man, because I'm going to talk about some stuff. But first, before I do that, we're going to talk about some new transfers. They're new to us. We introduced them last week. We're going to talk about some new transfers that we got in and how you can actually get these transfers. Now, I'm going to show you these transfers on shirts already. The transfers are going to come like this, and all you have to do is press the transfer, okay? They're going to come with pressing instructions as well, so don't throw the pressing instructions away. But what I'm going to do is I am going to share with you how these transfers look on the shirts already. So we press these, and these are our displays for our events. These are the single color screen print transfers. Look how big that transfer is. Imagine having a customer base that wants to they want to enjoy faith-based items. They want to enjoy inspirational items. And you have access to inspirational, faith-based, single color screen print transfers right at your fingertips. You don't have to worry about going to a vendor and trying to design. You don't have to worry about going to a vendor and saying, hey, you know what? In order to get them for this price, you got to buy 75, you got to buy 100. Maybe you're not ready for that right now. You don't have to worry about that. You can go through us, you can mix and you can match, and you can have a different variety of single color screen print transfers. All right. That's for the people who are building a business. If you're doing it as a hobby, or a side hustle, it's the same thing. The only thing is you're probably going to be taking some orders, or you may say, hey, you know what? Someone may like this transfer, or you may make something for yourself and wear it like we do all the time. Make something for yourself and wear it. And somebody may say, hey, where'd you get that from? And then now you got to order. Okay. So you don't have to worry about keeping a lot of inventory, and you don't have to worry about, this is the thing. You don't have to worry about having a whole bunch of the same transfers, because let's be honest, everybody's not ready to order in large quantities. Okay. Everybody's not ready to order in large amounts. So if that's you and you're not ready, you don't have to do that. You don't have to worry about that. But if you want to get started and you want to start making money selling shirts, it's really not that hard. Getting these transfers for $1 is going to make sure that your profit margin goes up. Now, I don't know if you guys are making t-shirts, but if you're just jumping on, this is the Blank Spot. We're a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier. We're located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. And if you're brand new, you're just jumping on, you're brand new, type a number 1 in the comments. Also drop your city and state. The next thing I'm going to ask you guys is, are you making t-shirts? Type a number 2 if you're making t-shirts. Got some number 1s over here on TikTok. If you are making t-shirts, type a number 2. Harrisburg, Virginia, Macon, Georgia. All right. Chicago, North Carolina, New York City, Arkansas. It's your first time and you making t-shirts. Hey, Nadia, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. You threw me for a loop. I saw Columbia, South Carolina, San Antonio. Anybody else? Tampa. Got a number 1 over here on Facebook. Tennessee, Arizona. Okay, we're reaching some people. We make some strides. So if you're making t-shirts, and I see someone just says, I make shirts, I make t-shirts on the side, trying to start up. Well, here's the thing. You may not have the ability to keep a large inventory. And with us, you don't have to. You can just roll over out of the bed. You can just be sitting in your chair in the middle of the night. You can just be surfing on social media and say, hey, you know what? I saw a video that the Blank Spot put out, and I like something that they did, and I want to get that transfer, or I want to add that transfer to my arsenal, or to my catalog. Okay. I want to add that transfer to my catalog. Now, I'm showing you a lot of faith-based items, but we have other items as well, okay? These are transfers that we have in stock right now, okay? I'm a sneaker. You want to do shirts too? Well, it's not that hard, okay? It's not that hard. It's really not. And I'm going to press a couple just to show you just how easy it is, okay? I'm going to press a couple just to show you just how easy it is. It's not that hard. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but I'm holding up different color shirts. That's another thing, especially when I go to vending events, when I go to pop-up shops, when I go to expos, I see a lot of people who are making t-shirts. I see a lot of people who are selling t-shirts, and they have these 2 colors and these 2 colors only. They have black and they have white. And let's be honest, you really can't go wrong with black. And you really can't go wrong with white. But our transfers and us showing you how we press them gives you the opportunity to think outside of the box. Gives you the opportunity to think outside of the box. You don't have to put everything on black. You don't have to put everything on white. As a matter of fact, and you may not be there yet, but when we go to our events, we have probably about 10 different t-shirt colors. to go with different transfers. Okay. You see, oh man, appreciate it. Thank you. It's been a minute. We've been back and forth. So I just showed you a couple of different transfers that we have in order to shop. It's real simple. All you have to do is go to our website, theblankspot.com. That's THEBLANKSSPOT.com. Go to the front page, guys. It's really simple. We made it easy for you. You're going to scroll down until you see $1 screen print transfer Thursday or $1 Thursdays. You're going to click on that. Once you click on that, you're going to have access to the single color screen print transfers. You're going to have access to the single color screen print transfers. Now what happens is you don't have to pick all of the same ones. Not like when you're going to a vendor and you're ordering, you don't have to pick all the same ones. You can mix and match. Right now, there's some people who are shopping for Juneteenth and Father's Day. So you can kind of hover around Juneteenth and Father's Day. We also have people always, all the time, looking for faith-based items. Maybe you're going on a couples trip. Maybe you're going on a couples retreat and you want to get something from our love and marriage collection. Ain't no hubby like the one I got. Ain't no wifey like the one I got. My wifey don't play about me. My hubby don't play about me. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. I'm his good thing. All those transfers are available on our website. Any 80s babies out there? Type of number 3 if you're an 80s baby. Want to see who I'm talking to? Because I know I'm a 70s baby. But any 80s babies out there? Any number 3 is your 80s baby? Any 80s babies out there? Type number 3 in the comments. All right, we got one. All right, so where are all my 70s babies at? Where are all my 70s babies at? Type of number 4 in the comments. I think we got more 70s babies than 80s babies on here. What a 70s baby? Anybody? That's one. Okay, yeah, I know it's more. I know it's going to be more. We reached out to a lot of people that are the other side of Gen X. So unfortunately, we don't have the 60s. Fortunately, we don't have the 60s. But these are some pretty cool transfers, guys, that you can actually wear yourself, represent, and it helps you to sell your items. It helps you to sell your shirts. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, man. Now, we got some sarcasm as well. And like I said, I don't know if you noticed, but we're pulling out different color shirts, guys. These are going to go great on not just black. This is a sarcasm transfer. Caution, I have no filter. If that's you or somebody you know, maybe you want to use this as a gag gift for somebody. I don't know. But we got lots of transfers out there. So I'm going to press this one. So you guys can see. And then what I'll probably do is use this as content for later on. So by a show of hands, who has never pressed a screen print transfer? If you have never pressed a screen print transfer before, raise your hand. If you've never pressed a screen print transfer before, raise your hand. Anybody out there on Facebook or YouTube? If you've never done it before, Instagram. So right now, everybody has done this before. So if you have, you already know the benefits of pressing screen print transfers. They're very quick. Maybe you have an anniversary, a large anniversary celebration, or a large family reunion. Screen print transfers are going to make it very easy for you to actually make that order happen, okay? So our screen print transfers come with pressing instructions, okay? So you never have to worry about if we got a hand over here. Cool. You never have to worry about if you're doing it correctly or if you're not doing it correctly, okay? Now, here's the thing. You got to realize you have to be able to follow instructions. A lot of people will buy screen print transfers from different vendors, and then they'll end up buying screen print transfers from different suppliers. You don't know where we're getting our screen print transfers from. I had somebody on social media say one day that everybody's getting their transfers from the same place. Thanks for the gift. That's not true. And every quality of the screen print transfer is not the same. So if you find a supplier or a vendor that's giving you what you want, man, take advantage of it and stick with it. Now, let's see. So you kissing 60, you running up on 60. I guess we're gonna have to create a 60s we're probably gonna have to create that 60s, baby, and probably that maybe that 50s, baby. I don't know. We're definitely gonna need to do the 60s. I have my wife check into that. We'll do the 60s, baby. So you got to be able to follow instructions. All screen print transfers are not made alike. Okay, all screen print transfers are not made alike. Now, here's what you want to remember. This is what you want to remember. If you want to press and be successful, follow instructions. So I got a question over here. Do you make custom screen prints? And I think someone asked that over here on TikTok as well. Short answer is no, we don't make custom screen prints. Okay. If you want to order custom screen print transfers, you have to email us, and there's going to be a minimum. One thing I want to share with you, once again, this is what you got to think about. One thing I want to share with you is that everybody has their own ideas, especially if you're a t-shirt maker, apparel maker, or some type of designer. Everybody's got their own ideas about how they want their business to go and how they want their business to grow, right? Would y'all agree? Everybody's got the ideas. And I agree. I mean, I'm cool with that. Everybody's creative in some type of way. But if you're looking to sell t-shirts and make money, a lot of times our ideas it takes time for our ideas to catch fire. Is that making sense to everybody? A lot of times it takes time for our ideas to catch fire. So if you're talking about custom because you got a family reunion coming up, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I support you 150%. If you got a huge guys trip or girls trip or a huge event coming up and you want everybody to have the same thing, I'm all for it. But if you are looking to go viral, and I don't want this to come off as negative, if you're looking to go viral and you're saying, hey, I got a great idea and I think this will catch and go viral, the first thing you have to understand is these screen print transfer phrases are being recycled. And I'm going to throw this nugget in here for you. If you're creating your own designs, you got to find a way to protect them. Because you can't get mad if you sit your stuff outside and you go back inside to get something and you come back and it's gone. I want y'all to think about that. There's lots of great ideas. There's lots of good ideas about designs and phrases and transfers. Okay? There's lots of great ideas. But if you're going to be designing, you got to make sure that you protect your designs. But yes, we will order for you custom transfers, but you have to email us. Our email is going to be info@theblankspot.com. info@theblankspot.com. No, we do not offer pickup options. We no longer offer pickup options. It's shipping only. But we do have fast shipping. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. I got my apparel. I got my apparel on my heat press. I already set my pressure. It's going to be heavy pressure. Okay? And this is the card that you're going to get. This is the instruction card that you're going to get when you shop with us for transfers. This is the instruction card you're going to get. Now, it says for the screen print transfers, it says to pre-press your fabric. The temperature is going to be 325 degrees. And we're recommending that you press this for 12 seconds. Now, these are 7-second transfers. However, we do run into a lot of people who are brand new to making t-shirts using screen print transfers. And they're nervous and they're afraid that they're going to get it wrong. They either don't do it with enough pressure, the pressure's not heavy enough, or they don't do it with enough time, or they don't follow the instructions, and they don't do a hot peel, because it is a hot peel. So 325 degrees, heavy pressure, very firm, heavy pressure. I guess I should say heavy, not firm. Heavy pressure, 325, 12 seconds, hot peel. That's it. Okay? So I'm going to crank down on this one more time because I think my wife was using it. But I like to have heavy pressure. Now, we pre-press our shirt. Does anybody know why you pre-press your fabric? Anybody want to type that into the comments? Why do we pre-press our fabric? Anybody? I'll wait because I'd like to see if you guys are going to get involved. See how many? The moisture, to remove the moisture. Absolutely. What happens if you have a damp shirt or your shirt is full of moisture and you press your transfer? Thank you. What happens? Does anybody know? Hey, Pandora. Does anybody know what can happen if you press that transfer and it has moisture in the shirt? Does anybody want to find out? Has anybody ever ordered a shirt from a company, from someone? Yeah, it won't stick. Has anybody ever ordered a shirt from someone? And I don't know why they didn't let that one show. I don't know why they didn't let that comment show. Has anybody ever ordered a shirt from someone and then they washed it and it started to peel and come off? Has anybody ever done that? I know I have. And it's frustrating. You spent your money on a shirt. Some of you guys say, hey, I supported somebody. I'm going to say I bought something from somebody. I spent my money and I wore it one time, washed it, and then all the letters started peeling. Some of them even started cracking. That's an issue. Cracking, a lot of times, and this is not cracking, but I want to say this. A lot of time cracking appears or shows up with thin designs. I've had this shirt for about 4 weeks, and I washed it probably about 3 times, and it's not cracking. So that's something to think about. Anyway, so we pre-press our shirt to get the moisture out. 3 to 5 seconds. I don't have to lock it down, but I do want to put some pressure on it. 3 to 5 seconds. And if you have a lot of moisture in your shirt, it doesn't really matter how you store your shirts. If you have a lot of moisture in your shirts, you'll like sometimes see the steam coming up. Okay. You'll sometimes see the steam coming up. So now, once I do that, and this is for the people who may be new. If you are new and you don't know how to measure or center your design, you can always take your shirt, fold it in half, and get what's called a seam. Press a seam in the shirt. All right. Press a seam in the shirt. Just want to make sure this is as straight as possible. You can press a seam in the shirt and it'll give you, press a crease in the shirt. I don't know why I said seam. You can press a crease in the shirt and that will give you a center point. A lot of people say, hey, use the tag. The tag is not always centered. Okay? The tag is not always centered. You can fold that in half and get that crease, okay? You also can use one of those t-shirt pressing tools. You can also use one of those t-shirt pressing tools. I got a slight crease in there. You may not be able to see it. It's just a slight crease, but that'll give me like a line to get started, okay? So I'm back on. That's just for people who are like brand new and they're not as confident. That's just a suggestion, okay? That will work. So if you guys are brand new, I am not a crafter. My wife is not a crafter as much anymore. We are business owners and we sell sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfers. Okay? We sell other supplies as well, but that is our business and that's our business model. So if you're brand new and you didn't know that, that's what we're doing. Now that I have put that crease in there, I'm going to put a crease in my transfer. Okay, gonna put a crease in my transfer, and it's real simple. I'm just gonna take that crease and line the both of them up. That's it. That's all. That's gonna get it as close to centered as possible or sideways. Okay. I always hold my sides up, and I say flaps. I guess I should say flaps. I always hold the sides up of the shirt. I get in front to make sure it's centered. And because I have this corner here, or this straight part here, and I have this straight part here, that kind of helps me to keep the transfer itself straight as well. All right. So now the next thing is you want to make sure you measure it right at the neckline, right below the neckline. Okay. 3 to 4 fingers. I have small fingers. It depends on who you are. Also, it's going to depend on the build of the person that you're going to be making it for. Okay. I don't know if you've noticed. Has anybody ever noticed that you see some people with their t-shirt transfers are like way down here? Have y'all noticed that they're down, like not the standard? Some people don't know how to measure their t-shirts. Some people don't know how to do that. I would say that, hey, you know what? They did it on purpose, but a lot of people don't know how to measure their t-shirts. So if you get that t-shirt measuring tool and then you use 3 to 4 fingers, then you'll get an idea, and then you can maybe use your fingers every time, okay? Because I don't always have time to use a tool. I always have the neckline hanging off the press because I don't want to get an uneven press. So I take the neckline, I hold it up, and I use my 3 to 4 fingers. Right now I'm using 3, and it falls right in between 3 and 4, and I'm right there. Okay, that's it. So you said that really bugs you when it's down too low? Yeah, I know, me too. I always think, because now that I'm in the t-shirt business, I always think, man, did they think about how that was gonna look when they put it like in the middle of the stomach? Anyway, so we're gonna press this 325 heavy pressure. Now we're doing 12 seconds. Now I want you guys to think about something. If you decide that you want to press this longer, what I have learned, I don't want to give you any bad, information. What I have learned is pressing it a little bit longer is not going to hurt. As a matter of fact, it's going to be more helpful if you do press a little bit longer. When we're out there at the events making our t-shirts, we press them a little bit longer, and it's a hot peel. So I don't want to talk to you guys too long without peeling it off. Okay, I always peel at an angle from back to front. So from that part right here towards me, I always peel from here to here. I never peel from front to back because you don't want to burn yourself. Okay, you never want to burn yourself. And I always grab it at an angle, at a corner. All right. So I think we're doing pretty well. It's $1 screen print transfer Thursday, y'all. And if you haven't done so, go to the website. Check us out. This is one of our transfers we have. It's not too late to get some stuff for Father's Day. For us, for men, we really don't care when we get it. We can get it a day early or 3 days late. So you can still get, you can still be taking orders for Father's Day. I thought this was pretty cool. I didn't come up with this. I didn't choose this. My wife did. But it says the world's okayest dad. That's what it says. The world's okayest dad. And I think it's kind of cool. I'm going to hold it up closer so you can see that neckline and you can see just how close it is. And it's not down too far. Now, of course, if it was a larger shirt, of course, then you may want to make some adjustments. Okay. If it was a larger shirt, you want to make some adjustments. But what I'm doing right now is basically just sharing with you how easy it is to make these shirts. If you want to make some money making t-shirts, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Stay away from trying to do custom orders in the beginning. And I don't mean it in a negative sense. Yes, if you're going to do custom orders, do custom orders. But this right here with screen print transfers, custom orders, unless you have a large order, family reunions, high school, college reunions, unless you have a large order, the screen print transfers are not going to help you with custom. I just got to be honest with you, okay? But they do make quick sales. They do make quick turnarounds, okay? They do make quick sales and they do make quick turnarounds. So here's the website. Once again, it is theblankspot.com. And these are going to be really helpful. Like I said, if you go into pop-up shops, if you're going to events, whether they're indoor or outdoor, you can get these transfers. You can get these transfers and you can make a lot of money. A lot of money if you price correctly, especially when they're being sold right now for $1. All right. So you got to purchase a minimum of 20. That's all you got to do. You purchase a minimum of 20 and you can get them for $1. You're welcome. Thanks for asking. The biggest thing that people who are getting into the t-shirt industry or the t-shirt making place, okay? I'm going to make some more shirts, but this is not, so how can I say this? I'm going to make more shirts because I have an event to get ready for, but we don't have shirts just to make because this is not that type of platform, unfortunately. But I will make some more shirts. Just hang on, okay? If you're looking to make some money, making t-shirts, these screen print transfers are going to be very helpful, okay? So we're getting ready for an event. This, you know what? I can make one. And my wife told me not to mess with it, but I'm going to make one that's a Juneteenth, okay? And it's going to be the names. I'll make this last one that's going to be single color, and it's going to be the names. So I'll make this one, okay? Then I'm going to go ahead and get started on my my event stuff. So now, let's say you attend a local church, and the local church is going to be having an event. You're able to get in there and become a vendor. Well, the great thing about these screen print transfers is that if you're indoors and you have the ability to get power, then guess what? You can press on site. 325. So I'm going to pre-press 3 to 5 seconds. It's doing two things. One, the main thing is getting the moisture out, but it's also getting the wrinkles out when I'm going to press. Then I take the transfer. I have to center the transfer on the shirt. I'm going to go with my eyes this time. Make sure your transfer is right side up. If you're indoors, it makes it easy because you can now have power and press on site. You bring in some transfers, you indoors, you press on site, and now you don't have to be as wasteful. You don't have to worry about, I did too many shirts, I have too many different sizes. You don't have to worry about that. For us, every time we get a new screen print transfer or a new transfer at all, we have to press that shirt and hang it up as a sample, okay? And it's a hot deal. Now, a lot of people don't know because there's a lot of bad information going on out there. A lot of people don't know because there's a lot of bad information going on out there. But screen print transfers, that's the same transfer material that people go to places like Walmart and Target and buy their shirts off the rack. Did y'all know that? Or screen print. I shouldn't say transfers. Some of them are transfers and some of them are screen print. But screen print is a low cost. It's a low cost. A lot of people don't know that. So you look at those shirts and you see just how well they hold up. Now, you can actually do the same thing for yourself and for your business if you understand how to make this work, okay? So we are selling screen print transfers today for $1. You have to purchase a minimum of 20. That's all. 20 transfers, that's a $20 bill plus shipping. If you're local, we do not do pickup, okay? But we will ship it to you, ship it to your doorstep. The biggest thing is, with us, you get the opportunity to mix and match. That mixing and matching it makes a big deal, especially when you have events. So where are all my first timers again? Type of number 1 if it's your first time here. Where are my first timers again? Because that means if it's your first time here, that means that you haven't shopped with us yet. So type a number 1 in the comments. All the first timers, type a number 1. Appreciate you guys for jumping on. Unfortunately, guys, we're not teaching how to do t-shirts, but we will show you just how easy it is to use our products. Now, I don't know what type of t-shirts you use, but just like anything else, it is going to matter. It's going to matter. Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's going to matter where you order your t-shirts from. A lot of people don't think so, but it is going to matter. Okay. So I need you to think about that when you start purchasing. When you start purchasing, and also when you start making these shirts, it's going to matter the quality of your t-shirt. Now, you can just go to Walmart and get some t-shirts. You can go to a fabric store like a Michael's. I know Joann's, the stores are closed. I think the websites are still up. A Hobby Lobby. You can get your t-shirts local because it's convenient. It's convenient to just go there and get your shirts and come back. But I encourage you to try different brands of shirts. I encourage you to try different brands of t-shirts. And the reason why, Grand Rising, Latrice, the reason why is because if you don't try different types of shirts, you yourself won't know what the quality is like. Okay? You won't know what the quality is like. You can ask people, what's the best shirt? Because the shirts matter as well. You can ask people, what's the best shirt to use? But then you have to ask yourself, and you have to understand this part, the best always is going to always cost a little bit more. So if you're making shirts for your family, if you're making shirts for yourself, not having a very expensive shirt may not make a difference, or buying that expensive shirt for yourself may be cool. But if you're going to be reselling these shirts and you're buying an expensive shirt, yet your price point is not on point, then you got to ask yourself, should you be buying those shirts? So the shirts are going to matter, okay? The shirts are going to matter because sometimes people won't pay. They won't want to pay what you're charging. So we're getting ready for Juneteenth, guys, and I'm doing some shirts. I'm going to be doing a couple of transfers in each different style, different styles, different sizes as well. Questions about our single color screen print transfers? Any questions about our single color screen print transfers? Like I said, I have to reiterate, guys, we're not teaching you how to make shirts. We're only sharing with you how to use our transfers, how easy it is. You got your package. I'm glad. I don't know what's up with this mail. We're having some issues. Give me 1 second, guys. Thanks for calling the blank spot, man. The bottle openers? No, man, we don't. You're welcome. Yeah, so you gotta think about that. So any questions about our single color screen print transfers? I know that there's a lot of people who want custom transfers. The question that I have for you is why? Why would you want a custom transfer? And how many would you want? It's not a trick question. But when I hear somebody asking about a custom transfer, I think about family reunion. I think about class reunions. I think about large gatherings. That's what I think about. Because I think that a lot of customers who talk about and ask, do we make custom transfers? They're looking for 5, maybe 10. I got an idea. I want to put it on there. But y'all got to understand it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And if you don't understand the process of making screen prints, then you won't understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, this is $1 screen print transfer Thursday, guys. $1 screen print transfer Thursdays. The website is theblankspot.com. That's THEBLANKSSPOT.com. Go ahead, a minimum of 20, guys. Put them in the shopping cart. If you go to the front page, you're going to go to the front page, go to $1 Thursday, $1 screen print transfer Thursday. You're going to put 20 in your shopping cart. And you're going to be good to go. So if nobody has any questions, appreciate you guys for jumping on. I'm going to press my shirts because I got to get ready for our events. We got 3 events. We got 3 events this weekend and next weekend. So we got 3 events this weekend and next weekend. This weekend we got 1. And then let's see. We're going to be in High Point, North Carolina this weekend. Anybody from North Carolina? Anybody close to Greensboro or High Point? Come and check us out. We're going to be at that park. I'm not sure exactly where, but it is the R&B. It's an R&B music festival picnic. Then we're going to be doing something in Augusta, Georgia on the 19th. That's Juneteenth. We'll be doing something in Augusta, Georgia on the 19th. That's Juneteenth. Anybody around Augusta, Georgia? You got High Point? High Point? Okay, cool beans. So we'll be out there at R&B Fest. I'm not sure if you ever heard of it. But there's an R&B Fest, an R&B music fest that's out there. We're going to be out there, I think, from 12 to 10. Okay. And then Augusta Juneteenth with the Band of Brothers. This is going to be our 3rd year doing that one. Making connections, and people are actually inviting us back. I like that. I thought all you had to do was just pay your money, but I heard that they are turning people down. So it's cool that we get to go back. Augusta, June 19th, and that's going to be, I want to say, at the fairgrounds. Okay, that's also an all-day event. And then we're going to be in Savannah on the 21st. Savannah, Georgia. It's like a 4-hour event. I'll see how I feel. I'll see how I feel after Augusta. If I feel like driving to Savannah and spending 4 hours out there. But all locations we're gonna be pressing on site. On all locations, we're gonna be pressing on site. So make sure you check our website out, theblankspot.com. Once again, it's $1 screen print transfer Thursday. We got a lot, over 100 single color screen print transfers. This is the Blank Spot. Once again, we are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. Go ahead and put your order in. Don't delay. Use this as an opportunity to build up your inventory and also to get a bigger profit. $1 screen print transfers, and you can mix and match. So, like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. We will see everybody at the top because there are too many people struggling at the bottom. Peace.